Xuan enlisted in the U.S. Army from 1966 to 1969. Phuc returned to Vietnam in 1995 after Vietnam and the U.S. normalized their diplomatic relations to work for several U.S. veterans projects on demining UXOs and supporting Agent Orange dioxin victims. Vietnam, the land of peace, has been his home for 24 years now.
A very special ability to put the painful past behind and move on to the future. Vietnamese don't forget. They respect the sacrifices of the past and those who gave everything to ensure that Vietnam will be the country of independence it is today, but the rest of the world could learn from.
Inspirational story about healing the wound of war like the one that we just heard about the U.S. veteran Xuan has proven that Vietnam is a destination of peace, and Vietnam always willing to forget the past and cooperation for the future. And that is shown that Vietnam has full responsibility in dealing with international issues. Vietnam's willing to be a bridge of a peacemaker and contribute to build peace in the region and in the world. Restoring peace on the Korean Peninsula is what the world expects. Observers say Vietnam is a special impetus for the DPRK-USA negotiation process.
Vietnam relishes its role as a peacemaker as it seeks to balance ties, bringing the two nations with conflicts together. Vietnam was once a war-ravaged country and is deeply aware of the value of peace. Vietnam can be friends with both the US and DPRK. There is no other place that is as safe as in Vietnam.
If they could pull it off, instead of the Geneva Declaration or the Paris Declaration on ending the war and restoring the peace, you have the Hanoi Declaration on ending the war and restoring the peace in Korea.
At the first DPRK-USA summit in Singapore in June last year, the two sides hardly reached a specific agreement. There was only a joint statement made. So will the two leaders take further steps in this second meeting in Hanoi?
I think the success of the upcoming meeting is that the two sides can sit down together, pledging continual discussion at the levels of minister, deputy minister, and specialist. The environment here in Hanoi can create a friendly environment to maintain the dialogue between the United States and DPRK. That alone creates a peaceful atmosphere of cooperation in the East Asian region, Korean Peninsula, and the entire Asia-Pacific.
Vietnam is not only a host venue for the historic DPRK-USA summit, but also an encouragement for the two sides to put aside the past, overcome differences, and look forward to the future.